Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd all move in a little bit closer, we have a very small and cosy gathering today. My name is Colin Johnson. It's my absolute pleasure to officiate today at the wedding of Dulcie and Jack. You may call it the wedding of the year. The two are very incredibly special people, I know, to all of you here gathered today. So Jack and Dulcie, why don't you come and take your place upon these special thrones that we have here for you today. And why don't you everyone give them a warm round of applause. And obviously that warm round of applause lets them know that they're surrounded by love and family and their closest friends here today. And today this is really what love is all about. We can learn so much from the way that Jack loves Dulcie and the way that Dulcie loves Jack. The companionship they provided for each other for the past 10 years speaks volumes about how they feel about each other. I know that Jack's desire to look after and protect Dulcie and her admiration and adoration for Jack really is the thing that has brought them together today to this place where they are today, where we celebrate together this amazing couple and their marriage, where Jack finally wants to make an honest woman of Dulcie. Now, I'm going to ask everyone to turn their mobile phones off right at this point. Jack, just as Jack has found out, because things like that can happen. We don't want to interrupt this special day. So Jack, you need to turn your mobile phone off. Dulcie, I hope your phone's turned off. And crowd, I hope your phones are turned off as well. So, we are gathered here today together to witness and celebrate this very happy union of Jack and Dulcie in marriage. This is a small gathering, but it's a gathering of really all the important people. It's the people who Jack and Dulcie wanted to be here, so we thank you on their behalf for your attendance today. Now, speaking of the people that did want to be here, with Jack's grandson Billy, would you please get ready to come forward, Billy, because he's about to read a beautiful poem which Jack has chosen to be read today. This poem, in fact, is one that Jack learnt when he was in year 6, and he can still remember the words of it and recite it to you today. So it has great sentimental value to both Jack and Dulcie. Billy, would you please come forward and read for us The Wine of Love by James Thompson. Thanks, Billy. Thanks, Billy. That was wonderfully read, and I know one that the Jack and Dulcie, your grandparents will be very proud of you for reading that on their behalf and for them. Jack and Dulcie, I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage according to law in Australia is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Now, Jack and Dulcie, would you hold each other's hand, which you are already, fantastic, it's a good sign. Now, as we get ready to really approach the important bit in our marriage celebration. Jack William Merchant, will you take Dulcie May Washington to be your wife? Do you promise to look after her and love her with all that is within you, to be her husband and her best friend?
I do.
Good, thank you, Jack. And Dulcie, do you promise, Dulcie May Washington, will you take Jack William Merchant to be your husband? Do you promise to look after him and love him with all that is within you, to be his wife and his best friend?
I will.
Thanks, Dulcie. Now, Dulcie's son Steve now will come and read for us Dulcie's absolute favourite Bible passage, and one that relates so much to love and to marriage. So Steve, will you come and please read for us 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 to 8. Thanks, Steve. Brilliantly read. Thanks, Steve. We appreciate that, and I know your mum appreciates that as well. And that passage is really truly about the incredible nature of love, and speaks so much of the love that Jack and Dulcie have for each other. Our wish for you, Jack and Dulcie, is that never give up love that we just heard from Steve will be yours forever. Now it's time to hear from Jack and Dulcie and their vows. that they've written for each other. And once again, may I ask you two just to hold hands and look at each other. And Jack, would you please repeat after me? I call upon the people here present.
I call upon the people here present.
To witness that I, Jack William Merchant.
That I, Jack William Merchant.
Take you, Dulcie May Washington.
Take you, Dulcie May Washington.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
I pledge myself to you.
I pledge myself to you.
Well done, Jack. Good job. And Dulcie, would you please repeat after me? I call upon the people here present.
I call upon the people here present.
To witness that I, Dulcie May Washington.
To witness that I, Dulcie May Washington.
Take you, Jack William Merchant.
Take you, Jack William Merchant.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
I pledge myself to you.
I pledge myself to you.
Fantastic. Well done, Dulcie. Well done, Jack. We're going to invite Steve to come back and once again and pray a blessing over Jack and Dulcie. Steve, if you would come and pray that prayer of blessing over your mum and Jack. Thanks. Thank you, Steve, and I know how much it meant to your mum to have you praying for her and Jack today. Well, it is with great pleasure and to the delight of your family and your closest friends, Jack and Dulcie, that I now declare you to be husband and wife. Congratulations, Jack. You may now kiss your bride. Folks, as the bride and groom sign the register here, I'd ask Steve and Amanda also to come forward and sign with Jack and Dulcie. Please just enjoy the music while we do that, and we'll be back just in a couple of moments once we have signed the register. Jack will swap over with you. Okay, Amanda? Fantastic. Thanks, Amanda. Steve?
Welcome.
Well, Jack and Dulcie, great job. I know your family and friends are just as excited as the two of you are. And I'd like to conclude this formal part of our wedding ceremony, everyone, just as I read an Irish blessing over Jack and Dulcie, and it says, "May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon the fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand." Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding now as I present to you for the very first time, give them a round of applause, Mr. and Mrs. Merchant.